Hello, class 12 students. Welcome once again to Math is Possible. I am going to continue your video for determinants. And in the last video, I believe I have done till question number 25, part 1 and 2. I am still doing exercise number 4.2. Okay. And I told you also in the previous video, there are 31 questions. And these are all long questions we are doing. The next question is question number 26. So look at it. This is question number 26. It says 25 part 1 and 2 both I have done. So please make sure you know. This is an important question. Okay. So you might want to mark this as important. A minus C. Okay. Then A minus B, then B minus C, B minus C, B minus A, then this side is C minus B, C minus B, C minus B, that's the bracket, C minus B, and was that C minus A, C minus A, this is not A, that is C. This is C. Okay, this is C, which, my fingers are getting black, full hand is black. Okay, anyways, C and is equal to A plus B minus C, then B plus C minus A, B plus C minus A, and what is that? C plus A minus B, all multiplied, C plus A minus B. So this is your question. Mark it important. It might come for your exam. Okay, I am assuming it will. Okay, if it does, then this is how the question is looking like, and that's what you have to prove it to. You have to prove it to A plus B minus C. Let me check it once again. A plus B minus C, B plus C minus A, and C plus A minus B. All correct. The determinant, have I copied it correctly? A minus C, A minus B. A minus C, B minus C, B minus A. All correct. C minus B, C plus C minus A, and C. Okay. Now, how do we do this question? Okay. Very simple this question is. Okay. As you look at the first part, you see over here you're getting A. If you add this, then it becomes what? A plus B minus C. Aren't you getting this? Look at this. A, if you add this, it's plus B and minus C. So two things you're getting. Go ahead and start the question. So the first thing you have to do, row 1 tends to row 1 plus row 2. Okay, that's your first operation. Row 1 tends to row 1 plus row 2. So from here, start. So this is the determinant, it's equal to, so the determinant now becomes what? Okay, one more you have to do operation. And row 2 tends to row 2, what am I doing? Column, sorry, column 1 tends to column 1 plus column 2. Okay, again, column 2 tends to column 1 tends to column plus column 2. That's it. That's what I am doing. Okay. Yeah. So column 1 tends to column 1 plus column 2. Yeah. Adding this and this. Okay. So what do you get? You get A plus B minus C. Again you get what? A plus B minus C. And over here what do you get? You get A minus B plus B minus A. Okay, this is your first column. First column is over. Other things, B minus C, D, and B minus A. Then C minus B, C minus A, and this is C. Alright, so look, from here what do you have? You have the first part at last. Now you have got this A plus B minus C then again a plus b minus c, cancel. This is a 0, and this is what? B minus c, then this is b, then this is b minus a, this is c minus b, c minus a, and this is c. Alright, so we got, this is the last part. After this, what? You have to take out common. The next step you can do here only. Take out a plus b minus c. Take it out. Take out common. This one as common from the first row. And then what you get? 1, 1, 0. Then this is b minus c, b minus a, that part, c minus b, then c minus a, and this is c. Okay, that's your last step. After this, make one element only 0. Because that one is a 0 already. So from here we are done. From here the next operation will be row 2 tends to row 2 minus row 1. Row 2 tends to row 2 minus row 1. Row 2 tends to this minus this. So if you do that, then you will get your answer. Okay. So what is my next step? Equal to, put the determinant sign. I have put it, you don't want to put, don't put, because you are continuing this way in your notebook. So row 2 is 1 minus 1. So this is 1, this is 0, and this is a 0, like that only. So row 2 minus row 3. Okay. So this is b minus c. Row 1 doesn't change. Row 2, this minus that is just c. See, look over here. B minus b is what? Cancels out b minus b, and since, do it in the rough, b minus c. So b minus b plus c. Cancel the b out. Cancel this, put the c. Okay, so c is left. Next, this minus this. So what do you have? See, second row is c minus a. First row is c minus b. So minus c plus b, right? So c and c got cancelled. You got what? B minus a. Do it in the rough. Write the correct one over here. B minus a. You're left with. What? We are changing. Sorry, we are changing the second row. B minus a over here. Okay. So this is c minus b as it is. Okay. Then this is c as it is, and this is b minus a. Actually, determinants very easy. The row that you're only changing, that one only you have to keep your eyes on. The other things is just copy. So see, the row 2 we changed. This became a 0, this became a c, and this became b minus a. We are done with this. Let's expand with the first element. Cover it up. It's positive only. You don't have to count plus, minus, plus. This is plus only, then it's a minus, then it's a plus, like that it goes. So this is plus, cover this, cover that. First row, first column covered up. Multiply. Okay, I forgot to write this part. That was a plus b minus c. Should not forget. Okay. So, which is equal to a plus b minus c. Let's multiply it. This is c square minus, what is it? B minus a and b minus a, right? B minus a, right? Yes. B minus a into b minus a, don't write 2 times, just write b minus a whole square. B minus a whole square. So from here, what can we do? We can write this a plus b minus c. Look at this. This is a square. This whole thing is b square. This is a square. And this is b square. So what's the formula? It is a plus b. That is c plus b minus a and a minus b. So c minus b plus a. Okay. So now look at your RHS. A plus b minus c here. A plus b minus c. Then b plus c minus a. Here b plus c minus a. C plus A minus B, C plus A minus B. You don't have to write it in order. That's it. This is your RHS and you have proved it. So write proved and be proud. Okay, here you go. That was the determinant and the answer is this. Okay, let's go on to the second question. Alright, this was an important one. Okay, not very important, but still. Okay, let's go on to question number 27. Again, 27 also somewhat important only. Okay, 27, mark it important. It's given. It's looks very easy, but there is actually a lot of calculation. Okay, solving this determinant is very easy. Okay, but because there is a lot of calculation, that's why I am marking this as important. BC plus AD, then AC plus BD, AC plus BD, then AB plus CD, AB plus CD. Okay, then this is B square C square plus A square D square. Okay, then this is A square C square plus B square D square. Then this is A square B square plus C square D square. Now this whole thing has to be equal to many things actually. A minus B, A minus C, all multiplied. Next is A minus D, B minus C, A minus D, again B minus C, again dot B minus D dot C minus D, C minus D. Okay, that's your question. You have to prove this is equal to that. A minus, let's check. A minus B, A minus C, A minus D, B minus C, correct. B minus D, correct. C minus D. This is correct, hope so. B plus BC plus AD is AC plus BD. Okay, AB plus CD, correct. This I can check from here. B square C square, A square D square, A square C square, B square D square, A square D square, and C square D square. All correct. From here, how to solve this question. After watching so many videos, you know what to do over here. Obviously, make any any two of them zeros, and then start your question. So what do? You do R1 tends to R1 minus R2 and R2 tends to R2 minus R3. I told you solving this determinant is absolutely easy, but when we have to find this, then comes the problem, because we have to match this and this, this and this. Actually very easy that also. Don't worry, let's start doing this. So the first row 1 minus row 2 is 0. Okay, write this whole thing. BC plus AD minus AC plus BD. Write it. Those of you who don't want to write this and just want to open the bracket and write it, open the bracket. If you open the bracket, what happens? Becomes a negative. So I want to copy those students who want to open the bracket. So let me also open the bracket, because I want to make this question small, because this is a big question. Okay, again 0. Again same thing. If I do this minus this, then what do I get? I get AC plus BD minus AB minus CD. See, I have opened the bracket. I didn't keep the bracket. I showed you in this one. Apply the same thing over here. 1. Then this is just copied. CD. These things again. Row 1 minus row 2. So what do you have? You have B square C square plus A square D square minus A square C square minus B square D square. Okay. Look, I didn't put the bracket. I opened it and solved. a square c square plus b square d square minus a square b square minus c square d square. Okay, rest is just copied. This is a square b square plus c square d square. Okay, that's it. This is the first part. Look at it. They will look the same. ACBD minus ABCD. BCAD minus ACBD. BCAD minus ACBD. We have to go to ABCD only now. It's all about A's and B's and C's and D's. So now from here, what's the next step? Obviously, I will not be able to fit it there, but I will try my best. Okay. So this will be my next step. Okay, 0, 0, 1. Okay. From here, take these two as common and take these two as common. Look, again you will have to do one more step if you start taking common. So I'll show you in the first one. Don't copy it. I'll just show you how to do. Then I'll rub it off, and then you also can do it that way. So if you take BC and BD common, you write BC minus BD, right? This is what you're going to write. BC minus BD. Write it. Do one more step. I don't want to confuse you. Then write AD minus AC. Okay. Put these two together. Put these two together. What? Who and who? Who and who are together? BC and BD are together. BC, BD are together. And AD, AC are together. See? These two are together and those two are together. Next step. For this one, same thing to do. B square C square minus B square D square. Copy from here only. Plus A square D square minus A square C square. A square D square minus A square C square. Let's mark it with different colors. Blue, blue, blues are together, and the two reds are together. Okay. Same thing for this. Same thing for this. What to do here? 0 already written. Then AC minus CD plus BD minus AB. Okay. Then A square C square minus C square D square plus B square D square minus A square B square. Done. Rest is just copied. What is this? This is AB plus CD, and this is A square D square plus C square D square. A square B square, sorry. A square B square plus C square D square. Okay. Again, checking it out. AC, CD, BD. Yeah, this was my previous step actually. Yeah, AC and CD, and this is BD and AB. Positive, all correct. AC, BD, and AB. AC, CD, CD, and BD, AB. Correct? All correct. Okay. All my calculations are correct. Over here BC, BD. Over here BC, BD, BC, BD, and AD, AC. All correct. Let's go on to the next step. All right. So all this is done. Now it's time to expand. Okay. Now before expanding, we have to do a little bit more of the calculation over here. Okay, because I already told you this question has a lot of calculation. You have to take out B common from here, then it becomes C minus D. Over here, what do you take out? A common, and this becomes D minus C. Okay, you can see C minus D, D minus C, they are the same thing. Just this one is written, D is written in front, C is written there. Okay, and that's the problem that we know how to change. We will change later. So C, okay, if you want to change here only, put a minus, let it be. Don't confuse yourself. Let it be. Let's go on to the next step. C is gone. This is A minus D plus. From here, B is gone. This is D minus A. Okay. This is just copied AB plus CD. Okay. Now from here, what is common? From here, what is common? B square is common. What do you have? C square minus D square. Right? Plus. What is common from here? A square is common. And then you have D square minus C square. Okay. Then next, what will be common from here? C square is common. You're left with A square minus D square plus B square is common. We are left with D square minus A square. Okay. This is what? A square B square plus C square D square. Put this side, and now you can see your answer coming out. Little it's coming out. So this is not a small question, okay? It's a long one. It's a long one, so you have to understand properly what's going on. Okay. Now it's time for us to make these things same. So what can we do from here? So from here, this is 0, this is 0, this is 1. So this is B, C minus D. Those of you who don't want to do another step, you can do it here only. Minus A. Okay, this is C minus D. So I changed this side, and made this C minus D. So when you multiply it back, it becomes minus C plus D. Okay, so this is what you have to do. This is A minus D. Then this is a minus B. This is also A minus D. Okay, from here, this is B square. This is C square minus D square. Okay, over here, minus A square. This is also C square minus D square. From here, what do you have to do? You have to write C square. This is A square minus D square. This is minus B square. And this will be again same thing, A square minus D square. Okay. Then rest is all copied, AB plus CD. And this side is A square B square plus C square D square. Okay. Done. From here, what do you have to do? Take out the common in the second column and the third column. Take out the common things and just write it. The next step is 0, 0, 1. Over here, what is it? C minus D, and this is B minus A. Over here, it is A minus D and C minus B. Over here, what are you going to get? You're going to get C square minus D square and B square minus A square. Okay. Over here we are getting A square minus D square and C square minus B square. Okay. And this is just copied, AB plus CD and A square B square plus C square D square. Okay. There you go. You have finally gone to the final part of your answer. We are just a few steps, not few, just 1-2 steps left to get the answer. Okay, to finish with this determinant, I mean, and then do the calculation. So after this, what you have to do is just expand. Simple. Plus, minus, plus, minus, plus, minus, plus. I never checked for you because I assume that you are checking all the time. Okay, so make sure whenever you are expanding, you check plus, minus, plus. Okay, I didn't check for any question because I assume that you know. I explained this, how to expand, how to check. So if I had a 1 over here, then this would have been plus, minus, plus, minus, plus, minus, plus, minus. So minus 1 we would have started with. This is a plus, so plus 1 we don't write. So that's just a 1 over there. So cover this and cover this. Multiply this with that. So this is what? A minus D, C minus B, that is A square minus D square. and c square minus b square. Okay, this got this got multiplied with this, and what did I start with? I started with the wrong thing. Hold on. Okay. So this into this and this into this. So that is c minus d. Okay, b minus a into this. A square minus d square and c square minus b square. Okay, c square minus b square. Now from here, this into that. That's a minus by default. This part we have c square minus d square into b square minus a square got multiplied with a minus d and c minus b. See, this into this. So c minus d, b minus a got multiplied with a square minus d square, c square minus b square, and this c square minus d square, b square minus a square got multiplied with a minus d and c minus b. Now from here, more or less, our answer is coming out. So this is c minus d. Okay, this is b minus a. This is a plus d and a minus d. This is c plus b and c minus b. Okay, c plus b, c minus b. Okay, then what are we getting as common? Over here, this is c plus d, c minus d. Okay, we are getting b over here. Okay, we have a c minus d. C minus d, c plus d, c minus d. Then b plus a, b minus a. Then a minus d and c minus b. So now from so many things we have to find out which is the common. Okay, I can see c minus d over here and c minus d over here. Is there a b minus a is common here and b minus a is common over here? A plus d is there and a plus d is not there. A minus d is common here. A minus d is common here. C plus b is common here. C plus b is not there. C minus b and c minus b is common. So whatever is common, take them out. Okay, take them out. There are two parts to this. Okay, this is one part and this is the second part. Now let's take out the common. You can see how long the question is. Okay, so c minus d, b minus a minus d and c minus b. These all came out as common. Look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Same 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. They are the same thing. B minus a minus d, c minus b, c minus d and b minus a. What we are left with inside the bracket is a plus d over here and over there a plus d and over here a plus d and c plus b over here over there minus c plus d and b plus a is left. B plus a is left. Let's mark it with red. What are left for us? This is left, this is left, this is left and this is left. Look very carefully. A plus d, c plus b multiplied, of course. Okay, c plus d and b plus a is left. So now when you look at what you have to prove, it's slowly coming out. What have we got? Can we match what have we got? We have got a c minus d we have got. So this we have already got, c minus d. Then b minus d we haven't got. B minus c we have got a c minus b. Of course we will change that. A minus d we have got a minus d also. So we are getting many things. Let's not match it now because again then you'll get confused. Okay, let's start from here. Okay, now this is c minus d. This is b minus a. This is a minus d. Okay, and this is c minus b. Now this is multiplied AC plus AB plus DC, okay, plus DB minus all If you don't put a bracket, all are going to be positive. But if you put a bracket, all are going to be negative. So CB, then CA minus CA, all negative, minus CA minus BD minus AD. Okay, now it's time for us to take out the common, and first of all cancel out what is cancelling out. Okay, I can see this is DB and this is BD, so they are first of all getting cancelled out. Okay, now check it out. AC, okay, AB, okay, DC, okay, DB, okay, CB, okay, AC, okay, DB, okay, and AD, okay. Then what else is there? AC is also going away. AC is also leaving us. So sad. Then we are left with two terms here, ABDC and CBAD. So finally from here the next step is C minus D, B minus A minus D, C minus B. It's almost time. Okay, now from here just take these two. From here AB and CB, what's common? B is common. So take out B, you're left with A minus C, A and C. And what else was there? What else? DC was there. Okay, we have taken this and this together. Now DC and AD. So take a D, you have C minus A. Okay, now that is C minus D, B minus A minus D. Okay, C minus B, bracket. If you don't want to do one more step, this is what you can do. Put a minus over here and make this A minus C. It's A minus C right on top, yeah. So now you can take out A minus C common, and you have now B minus D. Now let me just check. Obviously everything is not correct because something we have to change over here. Two things we have to change over here, obviously. So C minus D is correct. B minus A is not correct. This is the one that we have to change. B minus A, not correct. It's A minus B over there. It's correct over here, but it's wrong over here. Okay, so we'll change that. And what is not changed? A minus D is correct. C minus B, B minus C. So this is again wrong over here. Cross. So this is B minus C over here, correct? So till now we have matched these things. A minus C is correct over here. Okay, B minus D is also correct over here. So these two things, when we change, what happens? Once we change this becomes, there's a negative sign that comes out, and once we change this, there's another negative sign that comes out. So both the negative sign got multiplied and became positive, and the final answer we got as minus C minus D. Okay, then A minus B, okay, then A minus D, then B minus C, then A minus C, then B minus D, and over here, right, equal to RHS is equal to proved. Be happy that you have proved it, and put the determinant delta alphabet over there. Now when you check, you will see all are correct. C minus D is correct over here. A minus B here, A minus D here, B minus C here, A minus C here, B minus D here. That's it. That's important. Question number 27. Only 2 questions for today because these questions are very long. So we'll continue in the next video. Keep taking as much help as possible from my and your channel. Math is possible. See you in the next video.